DJDUBL.
DJDUBL here, and today, very special guest in the building, man like RA.
Come on, my guy, we here, man.
Welcome back, bro.
Respect, my G.
Good to see you back in the game, man.
Yeah, we're back, pushing.
Yeah, so have you always been called RA as a rapper?
Yeah. Always from young, still.
Obviously, it used to be Real Artillery, but now it's Real Authentic, right?
Still Real Artillery.
Oh, still Real Authentic, because on your Spotify, and I see I've seen the Real Authentic like in various different places.
Yeah, no, that's still me, but you know, it's just the elevation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So still Real Artillery because the bars are artillery in it. Fire, you know what I'm saying? So.
When you started out, who did you listen to, and like as a rapper, who influenced you to do what you did?
When I started out, I was doing like old school, like, you know, like jungle and that.
Right, okay.
But obviously not doing it nowhere to spit into myself. Like I knew I always had bars in it, but man was too knee deep in the roads in it, so I weren't really pursuing that something. But people I used to listen to, I'm influenced by like dancehall artists, like yard artists, Jamaican thing, you get me? Like Bounty Killer, Idonia. Okay. Like yard thing, that's my kind of background in it. So that's what I used to listen to. Yeah. They used to talk smoke on tracks, you get me? And I know that obviously man's living a certain life, so man could talk smoke on tracks too, you get me? So yeah, I never got influence of like no artists over here, right, or like that. But and then obviously, American wise, back in the day, man, I used to listen to D Block, you get me? Right, okay, Styles P and that, you get me? But yeah, it was more of a yard influence, my thing still. Did you ever think to do dancehall back then? Nah. Because I guess there wasn't really like a scene for it here, was it? Like, yeah, but remember the artists I'm talking about, like they're hardcore Garrison. Yeah. You get me? So like they're not singing like. Obviously they got gal tunes and that, but it's not all them bubbly tunes. It's for them road man. In yard, you get me? So yeah, so nah, I wouldn't afford to make a dancehall tune though. Still. Are you Jamaican? Yeah. Right. You had a lot of momentum in the past. Obviously the previous work you done, the project you put out, what was it, like 13, 14 years ago now? Yeah. In your area, so like Brixton especially, like you were the guy, like. There was a lot of respect around your name, the fan base and that was there. And then obviously you got sent away, so you did 10 years in jail. Coming out after that, how much of the music landscape has changed, like from that time for you? Yeah, it's changed big, because obviously remember back then there weren't no Spotify, no streamings at all. Just about YouTube. YouTube started just before I went jail, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's much different, isn't it? Now man's getting bread off this thing, innit? Back then, man was selling CDs from a box. Right, and cutting through and here and there. You might get a show here and there, one away, sidewinder or something, you get me? But obviously the rap game weren't like how it was now, you know what I'm saying? So definitely a lot's changed though. Is it mad for you adjusting to the fact that like you've gone from, like you say, selling mixtapes from the car, DVDs as well, that was a thing back then, and like pirate radio come out now, like literally none of that exists now. It's YouTube, like you say, YouTube and Spotify. Yeah, everything's digital now, so yeah, it was mad to see that still, but obviously I've been following it from jail, you get me? Right, so you're able to see the evolution. Yeah, certain little things in it, so I was like, raw, things are changing, you know what I'm gonna say? So I weren't way behind. Wasn't like stepping out a time machine, bruv. Like, no, it weren't, because I was still keeping in tune to the things still. What's been the hardest thing to adapt to, like the hardest change? Probably the hardest thing is just the road life in general, innit? Like, of how man used to get bread before. Certain ways, you get me? Yeah, obviously, of course. Now, man don't even do that, man can't do that. Yeah. Man can't, you get me? So that's what's kind of a hard thing to kind of adjust to still. And it's still taking time to adjust to it, you get me? Yeah. But we moved on it. Obviously we're doing bigger and better things now, so. Most definitely, cool. Man. You seem like a lot more focused, which is dope. Yeah. We're definitely focused now, man. We have to get the bag, you get me? Through your time in jail, was it always the focus to come out and do music, or was there a time where you were like, because I mean that's a very long time to be in, man, and I can imagine. Obviously at the beginning I was like, music's long, yeah. My bird pissed off with life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And obviously through the years it's like, right, now we have to get this back, man, you get me? Obviously I heard like a lot of artists paying man homage while I was in jail and that, so I'm saying, right, the throne's still there, innit? So why not, you know what I'm saying? Did that keep you elevated to a point that the people that are doing bits are still showing you love, so when you come out, you know that doors can be open and there's opportunities there, right? Like, obviously, like I would say, like majority of like rappers and majority of man out here just chat rubbish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fraudulent with it. You get me? Because
that's evident in feedback, man. I've listened to the project.
Feedback,
of course,
just like feedback. You get me? Like
you
obviously,
say that
man.
in feedback, yeah.
Obviously, man say one thing and then obviously, but there's no product in it. Like, so it's just all bullshit in it. So I can't really even listen to rappers no more.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We move in it. Like no one don't owe me nothing. So
no, of course.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing that, like you say, like a lot of rappers are just saying stuff, they're not doing stuff?
Like the way I mean it, you know, like boom, I'm saying like they're not saying stuff like road stuff and then they're not actually doing it. Well, actually some rappers are.
Yeah.
But I couldn't give two shits about that. You get me? You do your thing in it, live your life in it. But they're the ones getting through in it. So it's harder for man who's really been through it,
right,
to spit at certain things and get through, won't get through in it. But I mean it on a level of like there's certain rappers that say things like you speak to them, like you speak to man on the phone, you link man and that. You know what I'm gonna say to you? Like I've linked man and spoke to man on the phone and that and about certain things, but they forgot where they come from now.
Right.
So when I was kind of chatting to man or whatever, they weren't like where they are now.
Yeah.
So when they've got to a certain elevation now, kind of forget where you've come from. Like so now you're moving bougie. You get me?
Right.
So obviously that's the fraudulence in it, innit? Like it was never real to your thing, full stop.
Right. Got you.
What's changed you now? You know what I'm trying to say? Money's changed you. What has changed you in it? But that's not for me to answer. That's for them to ask themselves. You know what I mean? So obviously, but I'm cool. I'm still me. I'm just keeping it 100 in it. But it's just a whole load of fraudulence going on. You get me? So
yeah. No, I hear that, man.
But I'll tight them though, man. I still want them to win. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of talk amongst the early fans of RA. That's like, imagine if RA never went away. Is that something like, do you ever think about the position that you would be in?
Yeah, man would have been definitely up there officially if I didn't go to jail, you get me? But obviously circumstances happen in it and it goes left sometimes, but man definitely would have been up there in the rankings if I never went jail.
When you came back, how soon after was it that you got into the studio?
I got in straight away, man.
Yeah,
I was doing this thing straight away from the jump. Like, I wasn't really playing games, man.
Well, like day after?
Even before that, even when I was in the halfway house, you get me? And I was
so you could do visits to and from, right? So you come out in the daytime?
I was slapping things, you know what I'm saying?
Sick.
So, yeah, I was on it ASAP.
Were you able to write in jail? Because I've heard a lot of artists, like, it's not the right mind space for them.
It's not.
It's just in a box.
You see me, I don't write bars, innit?
What, you don't physically write them?
Yeah, like I write them in my head, innit? You get me?
Right.
But what's happened is, if I'm going in the studio and I'm going to do a project or something, or I'm going to do something officially for this tune, then the beat will run and then I'll make the bars like I'll make the bars in my head and then I'll just write it down on my phone and then just lay it down, you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But in jail I weren't writing bars, you get me? The only thing I did in jail is the convos. Like I wrote the convos in my head, like officially down in jail, you get me? So when I come out I just executed it.
So what, like the idea for them, or you wrote the
idea,
the bars?
Convo 1, like so that whole idea and what was going on behind, like, I had it all patterned from jail, you get me?
That's it. What was the first thing you recorded when you came out?
A felony. That's not even on the mixtape though. That was just something I did. That's I got a video for it.
Just like a 108, like a single. What gave you the idea to do the Convo in the first place?
That was just like I was in jail and I was thinking like, well, I know how it's gonna be in it because if you pre what I'm saying in the Convo 1, it's like I'm speaking to man myself, going back and forth. You get me? And I knew how it was gonna be. It's gonna be kind of a lot of man's gonna fit in that category where the man's hitting you back like, yo, what man, but you weren't about when I was in jail, innit? Like, so it tells that story in it. So that's the kind of concept I got, the thought process I got of doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, let's do this. Speak to myself, like the old me and the new me. Then obviously, when it got kind of jumpy, when I got into part 2 and that, I just thought, right, you know what? Let's try to switch up the dynamics now, you know the one there. So now if you notice on part 3 and part 4, right, you even got the new me no more. The old me just took over. It's just like features now, you know what I'm saying? So I can just run with it now.
How did you choose who to bring in for the features?
Well, the third one, on part 3, I got Rapman, obviously, like my brethren Stinks. All type Stinks, obviously, he had a link for me for Rapman. through the streets, you know what I'm trying to say? But all connected, you know, the one there. And then obviously, so Rapman said, yeah, I'll do that, that's cool, let's get it cracking, you get me? So we just done that, got down on cracking. Part 4, all the artists is on part 4. Man has got a link. The only person that man didn't know like that was Abracadabra, you get me?
Right.
Like through my brethren Frass.
Right.
You know, Frass, he's on the album as well, on Bad Up. Obviously he's got a link over there still, so he just linked that up, bam. So we got Abs on there, bam. And then the rest of the people I knew already in it on part 4, so we just linked that up and just got it cracking. So watch out for part 5, but part 5 is gonna be a madness.
Well, yeah, see, I was gonna say, I know I saw a clip, Cadet was supposed to be on part 4, right?
Yeah, imagine that, Rahimullah, you get me? He was on part 4.
Right, okay,
he
so
actually laid his vocals in.
oh, so it's all been recorded.
Yeah,
Is there a place like, because of how the story has moved through the Convo, is there a place for Cadet's part in part 5? Like, could you put an actor in to play Cadet's part? Is that something you consider, or is it just?
Obviously.
It depends at what point in the story he was meant to be in, innit?
Obviously, for him now, obviously now he's gone. Obviously, we just want him to kind of just like rest in peace, innit?
Right.
Stop trying to kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man. I'd love to hear what he did though, bro, because like Cadet was built for that sort of thing. It's so bad, like
it was cold. It would have been a madness.
Yeah. Rest up, Cadet, man.
Definitely.
So yeah, you said part 5's on the way.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like the final installment, or is this just like an ongoing thing?
Man, I don't know. I might leave it open. I might just close it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you do it for yourself, or do you do it for the fans?
Both, man. You get me? But the fans are killing me for it.
We're ready, bro. We're ready now.
Killing me for it. So I'm just gonna definitely get it done for them though.
Yeah.
More for them now. Part 5. You get me?
Yeah.
I got other things doing. You get me?
Onwards and upwards. But yeah, we're excited for part 5, most definitely. The Jim Brown mixtape. Is it a mixtape or an album?
Tape.
A tape. I know a bit about the story, but not massively. But like, what's the relevance of calling the mixtape Jim Brown?
Obviously, how he was as a person, how he used to govern his ends. He had a garrison. He used to govern it. Obviously, away from the badness, he done good as well on it. So
right. He fed a lot of money into the community,
kids
right?
Go to school, pay for the kids to go to school, built a hospital, had jobs for people. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And then obviously he used to defend his area as well. So with the good, there's the bad in it, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So I feel like with me, obviously, that's how, before I went jail, man kind of used to govern my ends exactly like that, away from the third world, you get me? Like, from that aspect, from their thing, man used to govern my ends wicked, you get me? Proper as well. Give back to man's community in ways that man can, obviously, you get me? Obviously, man is building hospitals, you get me? But man, you get me? But obviously, he was patterned in a certain way, so I felt like, that's man's background as well. We got family over there, so it's all official, so why not call it Jim Brown, man? This is it. I'm like, that legacy, you know the one there.
Was there other names, or were you like, nah, it's got to be Jim Brown?
Nah, Jim Brown, man.
That was the one. Yeah. Started off with the track Bricks. And you start off by saying, still out here, just a different page though. Man's trying to get a different payroll. So like, as you mentioned earlier, like you're away from that stuff now, and music is 100% the focus. Because of your position now and the things you've gone through already, do you feel more free to be able to rap the way that you rap? Does it open it up a lot more? You can just freely talk about that stuff.
What I want, bro, and no one can tell me nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Rapper, producer, no one can tell me shit.
What I mean is in terms of like the topic, because in some elements if you hadn't gone to jail, you might have done something where you can't talk about it on a rap because you didn't get caught. Does that make sense?
I was gonna say yes, obviously, because I've done the time. Yeah. And I've been whatever. You get me? I can talk what I've done. It's my past. That's how man was living then. Yeah. And then this is how we're living now. You know.
How did you pick the beat for Struggle?
The producer, Hazy. Yeah, Hazy Beats, obviously. Once that beat come, I don't know, I just felt like as soon as I heard the beat and I was gelling to it in the studio, struggle is real. Like I just straight away just said the struggle is real, you know the one that kind of just came in, you get me? So once I said the struggle is real, that's it, it's the struggle.
The rest came. Have you ever heard anyone compare you to DMX?
Yeah, I've heard, whoever I'd say that, American, someone that reacts to your video, some American guy. I think I've heard 2 of them say that actually.
I don't think they're far off, bruv. Yeah, but you know what? It's the voice, but it's also the fact that.
Content as well.
Do you know do you know many DMX? Do you know slipping?
Yeah.
Like it's like how you talk about the hardships and the things you've been through and road life, and you can see through the way you spoke about it, like you've really been there. You've been in the trenches, like you've been through all of this stuff, but you don't glorify it.
Yeah.
And I feel like DMX does the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like and when I heard Struggle, after hearing about the DMX comparison, I was like, this is your slipping.
Yeah, of course. Kinda, yeah. But I've never been influenced off of DMX though.
Right.
You know the one that
Yeah.
like I've never been. I just kind of got that struggle, them struggle bars, because man's really been on the field. You know the one like been through shit like man wouldn't even think of, bro. You know the one there. Like,
yeah.
You know the one there. So it's definitely I got that and the huskiness in the voice. That's just the pain, bro. You know the one there. People feel like I've heard some people say, "Oh, right, he's putting on a voice." Like, no, I'm not putting on a voice. That's just man's hunger. You know the one there.
Yeah.
So when I spit, it's just like I was trying to eat the track. You know the one there. That's just instant pain. You get me? But yeah, no influence of DMX, but I get what you're saying though.
Yeah. With Grateful, with Gigs. Now obviously you guys did Pistol together last year, I think 2019 or 2018. You might have recorded it in 2018, I don't know, but tell me about your relationship with Gigs. Bless you.
Yeah, Gigs is good peoples, man. Like, that's a thoroughbred, like, nigga, you know the one that, a lot of man, this one's gonna say to you, like, it's mad, because, like, me and bros had history, innit? Back in the day, you know what I'm gonna say to you. Not even mad history like that, but obviously our camps, obviously Brixton, Peckham, whatever, innit?
Yeah.
So, to see a man like that show me more love than other rappers that I knew that's gone through, that's actually grew up off, man. Like it's embarrassing, you know what I'm gonna say to you. So it's not about love for Gigs, because he the show, man, not about love, you know the one. And we done Pistol, and then obviously people for some reason were saying like Pistol went hard, and I bet people chatting shit, you get me? So we just said, well, let's just spaz on this one.
Let's show them, yeah.
And then obviously, man, because a lot of people don't understand where the background of this is coming from. So we're just saying, well, you lot should be grateful. Bro.
Yeah, I see you say in the track, innit, about the relevance of the fact that you can be in the video with like the guys from Brixton as well. He can be there with the guys from Peckham, and it's all love. Yeah,
so like the industry should be grateful.
Yeah.
Because it could have just went left.
What did it take to get to a point where you're both just cool with each other? Like, how did that happen?
Everyone's grown now. Man's in their 3-0s, innit? Man's grown. Man has got youths and that. Like, everyone's trying to live their life, man. Man ain't trying to come out and be banging.
Yeah.
You know what I say to you? Like, he wants to be banging. Get me? Any road man that will tell you that they love this, they are not real. They're just chatting rubbish. You get me? No one wants to be out here looking over their shoulder every minute. You know the one that man want to just live comfy. You know the one that. So if there's an angle where man can just say, right, you know what, can we knock that on the head and let's get paper? Then why not? You know the one that.
Yeah, 100%.
So I had that vision. He had the same vision. You know the one that. We just both just knocked on the head, innit?
How did you approach it though? Because I feel like there's a generation now of younger artists that don't understand that.
No, they don't.
And they don't get that if you work together, actually you can be more successful, and you don't have to walk around looking over your shoulder the whole time. So how were you two able to approach it and get to a point where it's like, you know what, it's cool, let's make money together? Yeah,
because man's like I said, like you said, them youths that are young, innit? So they ain't really been through piss, to be honest with you. They're just starting up their thing now, innit? Right. So they're just on this ching thing, running man down, doing a madness, not understanding that, well, obviously it's bigger than what you even think, you know?
Yeah.
Because when you're sitting down doing that 30, it's only you in that cell, you know the one there. Then it's too late, you know the one there. So, with me and bro, now obviously he's been jail as well. I've been jail. And we both been on cases what could have took a lot out of your life, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just the mature side of it, innit? That just sees that, right, you know what, this don't make no sense, bro. And then we just approach it on a grown man thing, like, oh, let's link up, chop it up, and just vibe from there, innit? So obviously with the youth them now, obviously if they watch this and can kind of capitalize on that, like, right, you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what, if they can do it, we can do it, then why not? But
makes sense, man.
Everyone's bad boys now, innit? So that's what I said to you, innit? Everyone's bad boys now, so who don't hear is gonna feel it.
Do you think that's something that can only change with age? Because obviously you've been there, you've been that age, and you've been that mentality.
No, it can't change. It can change with obviously if man was proper young, 18, 19, on the road on a mad thing, and man had like certain older generation man that was showing man like, listen brother, man's been to the pen, you know, for man got life, you know, and done 15 years, you know, and this is what man got out of it, nothing. You get me? Then obviously it's just common sense, you know, like, right, why does man want to go down that road, innit? Really? There's only 2 ways out, innit?
Yeah.
Graveyard or a jail cell, innit? And I don't think no one wants to go to any of them. So obviously it wouldn't make sense, innit? So if I got that breakdown from young, then obviously man probably wouldn't even have went a certain way, you get me? So I feel like it's just common sense, bro. Everyone can be bad for the moment, but obviously eventually there'll be that time when you're either gonna get caught slipping, or you're gonna do the catching someone slipping and then get the 30 rep.
Yeah.
One of the two, innit? So common sense would just say, right, you know what, it's just long, innit?
Yeah. That's why I feel like Grateful is so much more than just a sick tune on the mixtape. Do you know what I mean? This is like it's a real moment here that people need to look at.
It's history that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So,
Blend and Mix is another hard tune. Obviously you got Gets in there.
obviously it was meant to happen though. Me and Gets from a long time, innit?
Yeah.
Think about it. So, yeah, we just linked up, bam, chopped it up in the studio. We both just kind of was there and made the song there. So there wasn't no like think about it thing. Beat was running, we both in there in our zones, patting the tune, you get me?
If I was an MC or a rapper, I feel like collaborating with Gets, that's not an easy thing to do. And by that I mean like he comes with bars.
Yeah, cool.
And I would be nervous about it. I don't want this guy to spin me on my own tune.
Yeah.
But I feel what you did on there, like you held it down hard, like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, he got spun, like.
Yeah.
Were you under pressure getting into the studio, or was it just like, do you ever feel under pressure when you're making the songs?
No, cause I know anything I put down, I'm never not happy with it. I'm always like 100% can go. Even if it's my weakest verse, I know that it can just, you can't say to you like, I'm calm. So that's the confidence I got in my thing, you get me? Obviously with Gets, I know he's got that rage, you get me? So obviously I had the thought like, rah, you get me? Man, I have to come correct, you know the one there.
Yeah.
Donnie's a problem as well, you know the one there. So, but it was eventful, it was exciting. I just went in there, he patterned, and obviously it was an equal challenge, you know the one there.
Yeah, I feel you definitely brought out like the greasiest side of each other.
Yeah.
Like the real artillery was in the booth for this one, definitely. You're also an artist, like, there's not many UK artists that can do this, that can go between grime and rap.
Yeah.
And make it sound effortless.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you do that very well.
Yeah. I can eat any rhythm, bro.
Is it difficult for you? Like, do you have to focus to switch, or is it just like,
no.
boom?
Just give me the beat and let's do this.
Yeah.
Simple.
Sick. I guess that comes again from the early days, innit? Pirate radio, like.
It comes from real talent. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
Gets can do that as well.
Exactly.
Because he's from that era as well. So that's just talent in his whole. So yeah.
Don't Slip with Snap Capone. You said just done a 10, so my fan base is kind of shaky. I felt that line, bruv. Because like I said earlier, before you went away, like you had the momentum and like RA was the guy from Brixton. But over that time where you're not releasing music and the way things have changed, people look at, other artists come up and people kind of look everywhere. Do you feel that you've had to start completely from scratch, or like how have you re-established your fan base?
Yeah, you kind of do start from scratch, innit? Because obviously I never knew nothing about Instagram or all these social platforms.
Yeah.
So I definitely started from scratch from there, and so it's shaky on the scale of my fans from back then, are my age and older, could have probably stopped listening to music. A couple of men could have probably dropped out. A couple of men are probably in jail. Yeah. Same with the females, you know what I'm saying to you. So obviously I had to kind of build on those bricks, you know what I mean? So I had that platform, but then I just had to build upon it, innit? So, and it's still building though, you know what I mean? It's still building, because obviously everyone still doesn't know about man like that, you know what I mean? But they're gonna know, but they just, like, everyone's kind of clicked on it, you get me?
I feel like quite a lot of people think you're a new artist, like fresh out the gates now.
Yeah. I've heard man say that. That's why I was mad. I've heard man actually say like, raw.
Yeah.
This new guy's hard. I'm like, new?
This new RA guy.
Your favourite rapper, I birthed, blood. You get me? About a new guy. Another one there. I'm like, bloody, you mad? Your favourite rapper, you grew up on my thing.
Yeah.
So like, but obviously that's how it is, isn't it?
That's not necessarily a bad thing either, though, because it means there's a younger audience getting captured by your music, which just will help elevate you even more. Do you know what I mean? It's like you said, the older fan base might not necessarily, they might not even listen to rap anymore. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's like, what I'm saying. So
they might not, you know what I mean? So I think, it's a good thing, man. The video concept for that tune was sick. Like, I like when people think outside the box and do entertaining videos. Yeah. Who thought of the idea for that? That
was me still. Obviously, I got that creative mind in it. I'm always hands-on, like I'm directive, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to the videos, I'm always like, yo.
It's like the Purge. It's like a Purge game show type thing. Like
South London Purge. Another one there. So yeah, that was my idea.
Yeah. Have you and Snap talked about doing a joint project together? Because that's something that I see like a lot of fans are like in the comments for that video especially.
I think we have spoke about something like that stuff. I remember we always have conversations, but I can't remember if we spoke about it. But I think we have though. That'll be hard, isn't it?
I feel like we need it, bruv.
Yeah, that'll be fire still.
We need it. Maybe for the summer.
Maybe for the summer.
Call him. As soon as you're done there, get to the studio, bruv, like start lacing. Who would be your ultimate collaboration? Like dead or alive, anybody ever? Who would you most like to do a track with?
I would probably like Meek.
Meek Mill?
I'm feeling his kind of wave still, you know me? Yeah, 100.
What's your favourite track from the project?
Feedback. That's just my thing, innit? Feedback, man. It just breaks down everything. You want to know RA, listen to Feedback. Fraudulence, this is what I went through. You get me? I tell you from the start, been up, been down, had this, had that, went through this, went through that. It's just like a favourite in a whole like you want to know about RA in any way, then obviously listen to Feedback.
That's the one. That's the one tune to listen to if you want to know who RA is.
You know about what I think of the game and and how my thought process is now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I think the most unexpected track on the whole project was "So Did I."
Yeah, "So Did I." Now that's pain, but you know the one.
But sonically, I didn't expect it.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't.
How did you pick the beat for that?
You know what it was like? You got the producer, DJ Tiny. Obviously, he's got.
DJ Tiny?
Yeah.
Stormzy's DJ?
Nah.
Oh, a different one.
One from the hood still.
Right, okay.
But he's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? He made that tune, and he made also another tune, but I haven't got it on the album, you know? But yeah, he's cold still. But obviously, like when he sent that over, I was like, yo, this sounds mad, bro. You get me? And I just showed it, you get me? And I heard the beat. And how I spat on it is how I actually felt, you know the one.
Right.
So I said, well, you know what, this beat, you don't even need crud. Let me just break down a lot of originality on this one, you get me? So I just gave them that from the heart, that one there, you know the one.
That's another one, like, see where I said struggle could be like you were slipping. That's another one that it's just that sort of, it's just that raw but emotion rap. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like it, but I think that's "So Did I" is really my favourite one of the project, most definitely. "Country" with Ard Ads was like the lead single, but again, it's a completely different sound to the rest of the tape. Why did you choose that one to be the single for the project?
Because it's just jumpy, innit? It's different. It's bringing back that original UK shit, you know the one. Because you know how the things that UK we were based on like the garage and grime thing.
Yeah.
So I just thought obviously we just bring that back. Fire it up, and the beats cold art beats as well. He's got like a lot of tunes on the tape still. He's cold still, so art beats. When he sent me that, I was like, yo, this is a mad thing. I sent it to Ads. I was like, yo, this one's a mad thing. And obviously a lot of people surprised that Ads would have jumped on that.
I was just about to ask that, like, because I've never heard him on something like this either.
Obviously, so he switched it up and just showed it as well, you know. So.
Yeah. So there's no persuasion there. He just literally was like,
he's like,
check this.
Cold. So,
yeah, sick, man. It's like, I haven't heard anything like that kind of song for a while.
That's what I'm saying. So we brought it back, you know the one.
Yeah.
Brought it back.
How long did it take you to make the whole project?
But man, we done it like bits and pieces, innit? You know what I'm saying? So 6 months, a scale of like 6 months. In and out. Obviously, there was a lot of other things going on in man's life, so I couldn't just be sitting in the studio. So I had to do bits and pieces, bit by bit, put that together. Went through the track listings and that. So yo, this is it. Because there was a hella tracks that we had.
I can imagine you probably got loads left over, yeah.
We had a hella tracks we had to say, nah, that don't make it, that don't make it. Even though they're fire, they just didn't sit with the actual Jim Brown theme, another one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, but obviously people will hear them and again. Anyway.
Your work ethic and what you're doing now shows that you're here for good. Do you know what I mean? You're here to make it, like you're really pushing. But in your words, like, what is making it in music? Where do you see like
in my eyes?
Success? Yeah.
Success is when man's just like fully comfortable. Right now I'm comfortable. So I want to be fully comfortable.
You talking like financially?
Yeah, financially, you know. I forget the fame and that. That's dead life. I don't know. You don't want to say to fame and all the other shit that comes with it. Nah, man, that's what I'm doing it for. To gain, take back my throne, gain a nice change, and then exit. Another one there. Obviously, look after my family, innit?
Yeah.
And done. Simple. And then just leave the carpet out for the rest, for the next generation.
For everyone else to walk down. Yeah. What does the rest of this year look like? So have you got a plan for 2020?
Yeah, so 2020. So obviously I got a headline show in next month.
Let's talk about it, man. What's the date? What's the venue?
21st, O2, Islam.
It's a good venue, man.
It's a Jim Brown headline show. So obviously them things are coming now. Again, I done the launch party. That was a nice success. We got the Jim Brown thing coming later down in the year. We're gonna pop up a tour. So there's a lot of things going on this year, man. Hopefully this year we secure the bag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We secure the bag, man.
Sick. So the headline show, April 21st, you said?
Huh?
April 21st, the headline show.
21st, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, head to your socials to get all the ticket links and that.
Yeah.
If the fans don't have them already.
Yeah, they're there. Get it on a cracking, man.
Yeah, good shit, man. Well, bro, it's been a pleasure sitting down with you, man.
Yeah, same man. Same mate.
Sick.
Nice little setup and that. I like your setup, man.
That's what we do, bro. There we go, DJ Double with RA.